Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Wild Rift video. And in today's video, I'll be playing Olaf in the jungle. This has been one of the most requested champions on my channel. People asking me like, hey, is Olaf still good? You know, after the nerfs, does he still work? The answer is yes, he works like a... I can't swear, but he works really well. So in the beginning part of the video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to... Stop giving me this notification. In the beginning part of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to build Olaf. There's two builds that I have for you guys. There's timestamps in the description to skip to the gameplay immediately. So, two builds, real quick. The squishy build. If you're against squishy enemies, this is the build that you're going to go for. And then we have the tanky build. If you're against a lot of tanks, this is the build you go for. So, I'm quickly going to go over the tanky build, just quickly. Divine Thunderer, not a Trinity Force, because Divine Thunderer is going to allow you to deal more damage against tanks. Keep in mind, only against heavy tanks, not a few tanks. Like, if you're only against a Wukong and then a lot of squishies, you still go for the squishy build, because Trinity Force is so amazing on Olaf. Keep that in mind. But Divine Thunderer is situational, as I said. The reason that I'm saying that Trinity Force is super amazing on Olaf is because of the attack speed. Like, the attack speed that it provides is so valuable on Olaf. That's why you only really want to go for the Divine Thunderer if you're against, like, a lot of tanks. Like, 2 tanks at least, 2+ tanks, then you go for this build. So yeah, Divine Thunderer, that stands second, and then the Black Cleaver third. If you like, how do I explain this? Like, you go for Black Cleaver third if the enemy has a lot of armor, and if you just feel like you want a Black Cleaver, like if you want damage and be more tanky, you go for the Black Cleaver instead of something like the Guardian Angel. Like, you don't go Guardian Angel third because Black Cleaver is going to provide you more value against those tanks. It makes you tanky, gives you damage, and it gives you the armor shredding. So if your team has a lot of attack damage as well, that's when you go for the Black Cleaver third item. And then here, it's completely situational. Whatever you need. I recommend defensive items though. No more offensive items as your 4th and 5th item. Because that's, at that point, you're not... You know, you're not going to be hard carrying anymore on Olaf. Because Olaf is a bit of an early mid-game champion. So late game, you want to be a bit tankier. So you go for items like the Force of Nature, Guardian Angel. An item that I really love on Olaf is the Randuin's Omen. But in the tanky build, if you're against tanks... Wait, let me just make my camera a bit smaller so you can see the whole build. If you're against a lot of tanks, then Randuin's Omen is likely not going to be the best thing. Because they're tanky, right? Like, they don't have that much crit. And then the runes are going to be the same as this build, but this is the squishy build. You're more often going to be going for this build, like 80% of the games, I would say, maybe even 90% of the games. So the build goes as follows. You go with, you start with a Trinity Force. This is always going to be your first item. This is Olaf's main item. Second item is going to be a Death Stance. If you're against heavy AP, however, you can actually choose to get a Sterix Gauge as your second item. But even if you are against heavy AP, I still recommend the Death Stance on Olaf, like as your like 3rd or 4th item even. You know, if you don't necessarily need the armor, get it as your 3rd or 4th item. You're going to be better off getting some magic resist before that, you know, like the I love Force of Nature on Olaf. Spirit Visage is really good if you have a good enchanter support, like the Yumi, like the Janna, you know, like the Nami. Enchanter supports that heal you up. Spirit Visage is amazing with them, because Olaf himself already has healing from his second ability as well. So if you add to that the healing from your enchanter support, it makes Spirit Visage worth it, only in that scenario. Random's Omen is the absolute most amazing item on Olaf, which I really don't see a lot, but I'm telling you guys, this is the best late game item on Olaf. 4th or 5th item, always Random's Omen, unless the enemy truly doesn't have any crit. But if they have a champion like a Lucian, right? Lucian absolutely hard counters Olaf. He goes for full crit. Randuin's Omen can counter that out. Like, Olaf sucks against Lucian because when you use your ultimate, you lose all of your resists and you cannot chase a Lucian. Stop this notification! You cannot chase a Lucian. So Randuin's Omen reduces his attack speed and reduces the crit damage. Absolutely amazing item on Olaf. Like, really God, stop! Why do I keep getting this notification? What is wrong with the game? Stop it. Yeah. Guardian Angel is another item that is amazing late game. You always want to get this late game. Like, as I said, these are like items that are so good on Olaf. You really want to try to fit them into the late game. And like, as I said, if you need magic resist, you need to cancel out one of these items, of course. But if you don't, then this is going to be your build. Like, this is going to be your build. And for the boots, you go for armor boots. Like, 80% of the games is armor boots. And the rest, I mean, honestly, I pretty much always go for armor boots. Unless the enemy really has a lot of CC and a lot of magic damage, that's when I go for Mercury Sweats. The reason Mercury Sweats are really not worth it, because obviously you have your ultimate, right? Like, why would you need Mercury Sweats? And Glutinous Greaves are not worth it either, because your 3rd ability does true damage. So you won't heal up from the Glutinous Greaves. Oh, it went away by itself. Ah, alright. And then the Boots of Swiftness or Boots of Fury. God, go away! I have Do Not Disturb turned on. Why do I keep getting these notifications? Jesus Christ. Boots of Fury are also pretty good on Olaf because they give you the movement speed. It's pretty nice. And for your enchantment, more often than not, you go for the Glorious Enchant. Like, this one allows you to chase down enemies and get those kills. Like, 90% of the game's Glorious Enchant. Stasis, if you need Stasis, I really don't recommend it because you already have your ultimate to dodge out any sort of CC. So Stasis is like, meh, you really don't need it. Obviously, you don't go for the Quicksilver. Stoneplate is a bit of a questionable one. You can go for it. The thing is, though, of course, it reduces your damage, but it doesn't reduce your true damage. So you can kind of go in, all in the enemy, and when you get to a very low amount of HP, you can quickly use the Gargoyle Enchant, and it's going to give you the shield that absorbs 30% of your maximum health. So not of your current health, your maximum health. So it's going to give you a massive shield, and allows you to tank up just a tad bit longer. But this is only if you don't need the Glorious Enchant. Glorious Enchant is amazing on Olaf. For the runes, you always go for Conqueror. This one is perfect on Olaf. Second rune, you go for Triumph. Third rune, you go for Adaptive Carapace. Or the ultimate shield. If you really want to surprise the enemies with your ultimate, you can go for the ultimate shield. I told you guys the example with Wukong, right? Like if they turret dive you and then you use your ult, it's really nice. But when you play jungle, you're not going to be using your ultimate as much as a bait as when you're playing in your lane. So that's why I said Adaptive Carapace is generally going to be better. And especially because Olaf like the lower Olaf's HP becomes, the stronger he becomes. Because he gets more attack speed. And when you use your second ability, he gets more lifesteal when he gets to a low amount of HP. That is why the Adaptive Carapace is absolutely amazing on Olaf. Because when you're under 50% health, you get that 12 armor or the 12 magic resist, which makes you beefier, which allows you to deal more damage, right? Like during the period that you're buffed. Fourth rune, you go for Nimbus Cloak. This is truly amazing as well. You go for the red smite when you have the Nimbus Cloak, and then of course Flash as well. So that is it about the build. Let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. So, 1 second guys. Today is your last day to enter for the coaching session giveaway. I'm giving away 3 coaching sessions. Put a comment under the video to enter. I have a bit of a different setup now, so I'm sorry if I screw up some things, but I hope you guys really don't mind. So I'm playing Olaf, and I'm not the perfect, most amazing Olaf player, because Olaf does require quite a lot of skill, like quite a lot of micro play, because he has a lot of abilities. And the thing about Olaf is, all of his abilities are super useful. It's not like, you know, for example, Tryndamere, where his second and his first ability are not very useful, right? Like where you're constantly focused on your third ability. For Olaf, every single ability is super duper important. You really need to be using them properly to get the maximum potential out of this champion. So that's what makes this a very, very nice champion in my opinion. So Olaf, the absolute tank shredder and the guy that everyone hates. Like at some point everyone hated Olaf, and maybe you guys still hate Olaf because he can run right through everything. And that is obviously the whole point of Olaf, right? You can run through everything, you can shred through everything because of his true damage. Olaf goes through everything, but it comes at a cost because a lot of people, like I see a lot of people misuse Olaf's ultimate. And what I mean with that is they don't use it properly. Like they'll go in and then they'll randomly use the ultimate and just die. When you use the ultimate, keep this in your head. When you use the ultimate, you get bonus attack damage, true, so you get more damage, but you lose magic resist and armor. This is so important. You become squishier, but you get more damage. So if you're frontlining and tanking and you're not getting stunned or anything, don't use your ultimate. You don't need it. Like, you don't need it. Tank up more with the bonus armor and the magic resist your ultimate gives you. Use your ultimate to avoid CC or to run straight to the enemy carry. But then, of course, you're going to be squishier. So that's what you have to keep in mind all the time. So let's see what happens here. My mid laner is getting ganked. As I said, Olaf is super strong early game. You want to fight. You don't want to, like, you shouldn't go for farm. Like, I need to fight this. Boom, boom. There it is. That's the Olaf, guys. And in this game, I'm going for the Divine Sunderer. The reason is because they have a Wukong and a Mundo. Not sure who their support was. We're gonna have to see who their support was, because I don't actually quite remember who their support was. But Mundo and Wukong are already enough of a reason for me to go Divine Sunderer, because it allows me to do much more damage. And it allows me to sustain much more against these champions. Lux, yeah. But still, it's still worth it to go for the Divine Sunderer. It's gonna be a bit hard to gank a Mundo, so I'm not really going for it right now, but Wukong can never kill me. Like, Wukong can never 1v1 me right now. Mundo wasted his ultimate. Mundo wasted his ultimate. I could win this. Yeah, I could win this. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Unfortunately, I can't kill both because Wukong was running away. So what I'm doing here is, even though I get reduced gold, I'm pushing the wave. And you may be asking, like, why would you do that? Why would you push the wave in a situation like this? So let me tell you, there's two reasons. Number one, enemy is going to lose farm. Look at how much farm the enemy is going to lose. Number two, I'm getting 2 turret plates for it. That's 300 gold. And the Divine Sunderer is available. That is why. Like, sure, my Akali lost farm. Sure, I got reduced gold and experience. But I made Mundo lose an entire wave. And I took 2 turret plates, which gives me a Divine Sunderer. Now I'm ultra ahead. I'm ultra fat. And this is this is exactly the scenario that you want to have as an Olaf. And right now, it's honestly about not screwing up. Like, that's what it's truly about right now. Don't screw up. Like, you can keep farming. It's okay. Just don't screw up. Don't give the enemies a free kill on you, and don't screw up. And on Olaf, you will firstly want to upgrade your third ability and then your first ability. Your third ability is going to be your main damage. The true damage is really going to hurt the enemy a lot. So it's going to be such a big ability to have. And then your first ability, because the slow is very, very nice. The damage is also nice, but it's especially about the slow. So let's see. That should be a kill. Look at that. I mean, no chance. And as I said, you want to go for Red Smite. Red Smite is very, very important because it gives you 5% bonus damage, and Nimbus Cloak buffs your movement speed. So you don't have to worry about Blue Smite. That's why Nimbus Cloak is amazing on Olaf, because it allows you to get away with the Red Smite. So you get the damage and you get the movement speed, which is amazing. And I'm getting the first turret as well. Like, up until now, I've played Olaf perfectly. Like, this is essentially a pretty perfect game on Olaf. It doesn't really get any better than this. But you'll see what's gonna happen. You'll see. You guys know your boy Hells is not perfect. I always screw up. And that is the big problem of Olaf. If you screw up and fall behind, especially against champions like the Lucian that can kite you, you're gonna be in big, big trouble. Because those Lucians are gonna hurt you a lot when they get their items. Like, oh. Just as I talk about Lucian, he just got killed. I want to get this dragon. Like, I want to push my advantage here. This is also the thing with Olaf. You really want to push your advantage because you win those early game fights. There is no way the enemy can win this fight. Like, there's honestly just no way. We have a Corki. We have me on Olaf. Boom. I just used my ultimate just to make sure I can secure it. And as you can see, I'm just going like crazy. Glorious enchant as well. And boom, double kill. There you go. You see that? This is how you play Olaf. Like, be aggressive early. Oh, they caught him as well. Wow. Be aggressive early game. Rift Herald is up. I go for Rift Herald. I check there's jungle. If his jungle is up, I steal his jungle. Mid lane is up. Push mid lane. Like, these are the things you need to do. Look, I go mid lane. Keep pushing your advantage. Don't go back to your jungle and farm. Don't, please. When you're Olaf, push that advantage. Like, just keep it up and keep going. Like, right now, I need to go for Herald. It's a free Rift Herald. This is honestly a bit of an over push. I should just go for the Rift Herald. Like, Rift Herald would have been free here. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. When you use Olaf's ultimate, you become squishy as hell. And this is what I mean. I just got killed and I gave a massive shutdown to the enemy. I not only gave a massive shutdown, I also gave them the Rift Herald for free. Which likely means they'll get the mid lane turret for free as well. Oh, they actually put it in bot lane. Interesting. But oh my god, that was horrible. You see that? Like, this is the problem with Olaf. If you screw up like this, you are in pretty big trouble. Like, you're in pretty big trouble. The question is, can I kill him? He just ulted. I can probably kill him anyways. Yeah, I can kill him anyways. Why does he steal the kill? Blitz, why do you do that? You didn't have to do that. But it's okay. Like, as I said, I'm still pushing my advantage, even though I screwed up a little bit. You won't see me a lot in my jungle when I play Olaf, because it is one reason that I'm telling you guys. You can keep pushing your advantage with this champion. He's just way too powerful during those skirmishes because of his ultimate, and it's true damage and all of that. It's just crazy. You know, like, a champion like Lux can do absolutely nothing against Olaf, because she can't root you. So she can't do her full combo on you. Like, if you're playing Olaf properly, you should never... oh, I just misclicked my glories in chat. You should never take the full combo from Lux. Lucian, on the other hand, is gonna be a bit hard to catch. Like, that's a different type of champion, of course. But like as I said, Olaf absolutely hard counters a champion like Lux, because she can't lock me down. Also, you know, we have a Morgana. She can't lock me down either. Ah. Boom, boom. Divine Thunder is healing me, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Like, here you can see it. I'm starting to fall behind a little bit. Oh, that was a beautiful Wukong ultimate. It stopped the Akali ult. Oh, Irelia? Ah, she can't do anything. Irelia gets hard counted by Mundo as well. Like, this enemy has a good late game comp against us. And it's a AP Varus as well, which actually hard counters Olaf. Because when I use my ultimate and lose my magic resist and AP Varus hits me with his combos, he can one-shot me in the late game. So, this is not looking good. Like, even though I'm winning right now, this is honestly not looking too good for us. It's good that I got the first dragon, but like that one big screw up that I did really made the game hard for us. Death Dance is a massive power spike on Olaf, however. Like, you just need to get one kill in a team fight, and the Death Dance healing is gonna be absolutely amazing. It allows you to tank up so much more and allows you to keep going. It's like they made this item for Olaf, honestly. Like, that's what it feels like with the Death Stance. By the way, guys, make sure you give the video a like if you enjoy it. It really helps the channel, you know. You know the drill. You know the drill, the YouTuber stuff. So, am I gonna... yeah, I'm not gonna go for a Black Cleaver this game, probably, because I feel like I don't need it. I need to be tankier. Like, that's the thing that I told you guys during the build part. You don't always follow the same build. You have to follow a situational build. Like, do I really need this item? Yes or no? Do I need a Black Cleaver? No, I don't, because Mundo is not really gonna be a massive problem for me to go through. Wukong, neither is Wukong. My bigger problem is honestly tanking up for my team. So the Sterix gauge, first of all, gives me more damage. Secondly, allows me to tank, right? Like, it allows me to tank up for quite a bit longer. I can just go on the Lux. Yeah, there you go. Like, look, Lux cannot do anything against me. It's so funny. I am dead here probably, though. Yeah. Like, Lucian is a big problem. I can't deal with a Lucian. He has too much damage. I did kill Lux, though. It's fine. We need to get that mid lane turret. It's such an important thing. The mid lane turret is really low, so they can just try to force it. The hell was that? Why did he just stun the big one only? Man, I want to give you guys the Aurelia video. I know I promised you guys an Aurelia video, but the champion is so hard. I believe I played like 10 games of Aurelia, something like that, like 10 games, and wow, man, it's a hard champion. It's a hard champion to play. Like, definitely one of the hardest champions in the game. Like, definitely. It's really hard to play properly. Ooh, so Dragon and Rift Herald are up here. The question is, what do you do in a situation like this? I can take the Rift Herald now, like, I can. But then the enemy is gonna get the Dragon. I think I should fight here. I don't remember what I did in the game, but if I'm looking at it right now, I should fight. Because we're still at a point where we are definitely stronger than the enemies. We're definitely stronger than... Ah, that's a free kill on Lux. Yep, there you go. There's the Death Dance. Look at the Death Dance healing. The Death Dance saved my ass. But the Varus is doing a lot of damage. Oh my god. The Varus. That's another kill, another Death Dance. But I cannot dive that. I can try to start up this dragon. Like, pull it a little bit. And if we can get it to a low enough amount of HP... Because they don't have it... Ah, there's the Varus. They don't have a jungler. That's why I started off this dragon. Like, as long as they are not able to kill me, I can just get this dragon for free. Which is amazing. Second dragon. Perfect. Like, this is how we push our advantage. Keep getting those dragons. Especially the mountain dragon is really nice. Because it makes me tankier. It allows me to tank up just a bit more. So my team can do a lot more damage. I could have pushed the mid lane here, actually, but it seems like I decided to go to the jungle. So the question is, would it be worth to push mid lane over the jungle? I would say no, because sure, we would get the mid lane turret, but the mid lane turret is super low anyways, and I'm getting a lot of golden experience from my jungle. I got like 500 golden experience from my jungle, so I think this was fine for me to take the jungle instead of going for the mid lane turret. Because we're gonna get the mid lane turret anyways soon, right? Like, that was my thought process. That was honestly my thought process right here. Mundo is in top. But we really need that mid lane turret. Like, I think I can just try to go for it without minions, honestly. Like, it's so low. I can just try to get it. Not afraid of the Wukong, by the way, as you can see. Really, really not afraid. Ah! That's the ultimate. You use Olaf's ultimate to escape, but you'll take so much damage from champions like the AP Varus. Like, he's gonna absolutely hard shred through you. Like, why do I position like that? Like, it's just so stupid of me to do. Early game, you can do that. Like, early game, you can do that. You can play Olaf like that. But when you get to the late game, as I said, it changes. It changes. The whole game changes. Your whole playstyle changes. You need to be much more careful. You need to be the initiator in a fight, sure. But your team needs to follow up. You can't do it yourself anymore because you're going to be taking so much damage in the late game. You really have to adapt your playstyle mid-game when you play Olaf. That's the thing with Olaf. Like, that's where it goes wrong with a lot of Olaf players. That's where it went wrong with me as well. And that's why I'm showing you guys. Because, you know, you guys can see that it goes wrong with me too. I did the exact same thing. He's going to jump away. I can go on the Lux again. Look, this is what I mean. Like, Lux is always going to be a free kill for me. You can always identify who's going to be a free kill for you when you're playing a game as Olaf. For example, Jinx is also pretty much always a free kill for Olaf. Because Jinx can't stop you. Her third ability is not going to stop you when you ult. So, when you play Olaf, identify who the easy kills are for you, right? You know, champions like a Darius, for example. Sure, he can kill you, but he can't run away. If a champion cannot run away, it's a very easy target for Olaf to go on. But a champion like Lucian or Corki, for example, they can run away, right? So, Lux cannot run away at all. So that's why I'm always chasing Lux. Because even if I die, at least I'll have killed the Lux, right? So at least I have provided I killed one person. But very likely I'm not gonna die because I have the Death's Dance. Like, that's the thought process that I had in this game. I kill Lux. Sure, I take damage for it. But Death's Dance is gonna heal me right back up. And my team follows up. And it's gonna be a 5 versus 4 after that. Lux can never run away from me. If she flashes away, I follow her up. If she exhausts me, it doesn't slow me because of my ultimate. It doesn't reduce much of my damage either because I have my third ability, which deals true damage. So that's the thing with Olaf. You can't be stopped. You literally cannot be stopped by these champions. Oh, Akali's doing pretty well, by the way. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm just pushing my jungle. So now the next big important thing is probably going to be the next dragon again. I wouldn't necessarily say the Baron is the next important objective, because, I mean, it is, but the dragon is more important. If we get this dragon, we pretty much win the game, because then everything is going to be triple buffed. Every dragon is going to be triple buffed, which is absolutely massive. So that dragon is going to be so important for us. I'm not going to get the Rift Scuttler. He should be dead. He should be dead. Yep, there we go. Very, very nice. It's always worth to use your ultimate like this, by the way. Because as you can see, the ultimate cooldown is like 30 seconds, which is like nothing. You know, it's already 23 seconds. So don't save your ultimate. In the late game, never save your ultimate. Always use it whenever you want to use it. Because it's going to be right back up very, very soon anyways. So always use it. Boom, boom, boom. But look, now I have the bonus armor and magic resist. So I can tank up the damage. Starrick's Gauge as well, so that's the thing. If I had used my ultimate, I would have probably died right there. I'm picking the dragon, as you can see, right? Because it's so important for us. This dragon, if we get it, we win the game. So everyone needs to go there. Yeah, you can see Akali understands it as well. We're gonna have to 5-man Drake, and if we just get this, we can even try to force it. Like, let's say the enemy takes it, okay? We can start off this dragon, and even if the enemy steals it from us, it's gonna put them on a bad position, because they'll have to go in our territory and try to steal it. Like, I'm taking away their vision here, as you can see. But I want to start off dragon here, potentially, and make the enemy engage on us. But it seems like the enemies are already taking a very aggressive position, which is not good for us. But, like, even if they take it and we kill them, I get the Baron, which is worth for us. Ah, he took it. But it's okay. Look, this is what I mean. It's okay, because we're in an aggressive position here. Oh, can I kill him? I can't chase him. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Oh, yay, yay. Nice. The Death's Dance saved me. Look at that healing. And now we get Baron. This is exactly what I just talked about. It's okay for us to lose the dragon. Of course, it's better for us to take it. Of course, obviously. But it's okay for us to lose it. Because now we get the Baron. And this is super good for us. We can push even further under the turrets. We're going to get a massive temporary buff. And then next up is going to be the Elder Dragon as well. So this is worth it. Like, it's worth for us to fight for that dragon. Even if we lose it. Because it's going to put us in a good position. We are the dominant team right now. So we need to make the calls. We need to make it happen. Like, we kind of forced the enemies to start off the dragon, because if they didn't, we would have done it. And we were in a much better position in that team fight. And now, Corky should take this, but Corky is not here, so I suppose I'm gonna take it. It's better than no one taking it, right? I'm close to level 15 as well, so I kind of want to get it. Another thing you can do with Olaf, use a sweeper, sweep out bushes, and wait for the enemy. If the enemy face checks, and if it's a Lux, for example, you just kill the Lux. Is she really gonna kill Amundo? Oh my god, she just killed Amundo. Wow. Akali just killed Amundo. That is insane. And now it's my turn. Lux is dead. Look, why am I not going for Lux? I could have killed Lux for free. I should have gone on Lux for sure. Like, I could have killed Lux so easily. So easily. I mean, she's gonna die anyways, but I could have killed her so easily there. Wukong is a bit harder to kill, because he has his clone. And now we keep pushing with the Baron. We get all them turrets. We apply all the pressure, because late game we lose. So we gotta make sure this doesn't go too far into the late game. We get every single turret, every single kill, every single objective. And that's how you play the game as an Olaf. Oh, that's a clone, but it's okay. I actually knew that it was a clone, but I kept going on it. I don't even remember why. And now Corky has real hells. Are there really a lot of fake HellsDevil accounts that... Because so many people ask me, are you real hells, blah, blah, blah. Like, are there really that many fakes? I've seen some, but it's not that many, right? Like, it's not like there's a million fake HellsDevil accounts out there. I saw one in SEA and one in EU, but that's it. Yes, it's me. I'm not special, I just make videos. Stealing away their jungle as well, of course. I'm gonna push out this lane, because it's gonna push into us, which I really don't want. I don't want to have the pressure on our side. It's much better to keep the pressure on the enemy side. So I'm just quickly pushing it out, and now I'm gonna go back. And this lane is gonna slow push now. It's not gonna fast push, because there's only 2 extra minions. So it's gonna be slowly pushing into the bot lane, which is really good for us right now, because of the dragon spawning, right? And you can see Lucian is falling for the bait, and Akali just kills him for free. Yep. And now we go for the Elder Dragon. Again, even if the enemy takes this Elder Dragon, we're likely gonna win the fight. Because Akali is applying pressure on the bot lane, so they already have to go to bot lane. So, like, let's say they steal this Elder. Let's say Wukong overextends to steal it. I kill Wukong, Akali is gonna kill whoever is in bot lane, and we still win the game. So, even if they steal it, which they probably won't, yeah, it's still fine. I mean, that one would have sucked. If Varus would have stolen it, it's a different story, because then he wouldn't die for it. But he didn't. Varus can't steal it, by the way. I should kill him with the Elder. First ability. Boom! Varus can steal objectives, by the way. AP Varus with his second ability can actually outsmite junglers, just so you know. So yeah, that is it for the video. Let's actually take a look at how much damage I did and all those other stats and things and, you know, all the fancy stuff. Am I gonna go to it fast? Oh, I remember. I got called here. It's gonna take a while for me to go to the stats. There we go. Oh, I didn't even do most damage. Interesting. Akali dealt a little bit more damage than me. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, there's 2 screens here, so... Thank you very much for watching, and... me and Mini Goku will see you... Where's the camera? Oh, there it is. You! In the next Wild Rift video. Bye-bye.